GSLE and Me, the cookie program, more than just selling cookies. Welcome! For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kimberly Reed, and I am the director of the Girl Scout Leadership Experience for our council, Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey. Why do the Girl Scouts sell cookies? I'm sure funding is one of the main reasons that comes to your mind, and it does provide a lot of funding for our girls and the activities they want to pursue. But there are other reasons that we participate in the annual cookie program. Before we go into that, let's look a little bit of the history of the cookie program. In 1917, just 5 years after Girl Scouting was founded in the United States by Juliet Lowe, troops started to sell cookies to fund their troop activities. In 1922, the American Girl magazine, then published by the Girl Scout National Headquarters, featured an article by Florence E. Neal, a local director in Chicago, Illinois. Miss Neal provided a cookie recipe that was given to the council's 2,000 Girl Scouts. She estimated the approximate cost of the ingredients for 6 to 7 dozen cookies to be 26 to 36 cents. The cookies she suggested could be sold by troops for 25 to 30 cents per dozen. I will share the recipe on the next slide for those of you who are interested. It can also be found on GSUSA's website. In 1933, Girl Scouts of Greater Philadelphia decided to use their marketing skills and increase their business potential and baked cookies in the windows of the Gas and Electric Company windows. Girls sold a box of 44 cookies for 23 cents. In 1934, Girl Scouts of Greater Philadelphia decided to go commercial and licensed the baker to make the cookies for them, enabling more girls the opportunity to practice marketing and money management skills. This was the first commercial sale held in the United States. Other councils started to follow. In 1936, Girl Scouts of the USA decided they need to add consistency to the program and the cookies, and started the process of licensing official bakers for the cookies. This is the recipe I mentioned in the previous slide. For those of you that are interested, it was published in 1922 and is known as the original Girl Scout cookie recipe. So as you see, even in the early years of Girl Scouting, just 5 years after its inception in the United States, troops just like yours were starting to look for ways to raise funds with a program that was girl-led. Remember, the basis of Girl Scouting then and still today is asking the girls. Let's spend some time now talking about the program, why we want girls to participate in the cookie program. There are 5 skills that girls gain by participating in the cookie program: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. Let's take a look at each of these skills and how you can work with your Girl Scout or Scouts. Goal setting. Girls set cookie sale goals individually and with their troop. They create a plan to reach them. Why? This matters because girls need to know how to set and reach goals to succeed in school, on the job, and in life. Goal setting. That's right. Girls should be setting a cookie goal individually and with their troop. That's 2 goals. Along with setting their goals, they will need to have a plan on how they're going to achieve their goal. Why is this important? Well, we know that goals are a part of life, in school, on the job, and in everything we do. Let's see how to put this skill into action. Have a troop planning meeting. Have the girls sit in a circle if possible. Circles are a great way to sit when planning and making decisions because everyone is equal. No one is in front of another and you can see all the girls. Explain to the girls that it is almost cookie season again. Ask the girls what they want to do with the cookie money they are going to earn. Start brainstorming ideas or suggestions. Use newsprint or another large piece of paper to write down the suggestions so everyone can see. This experience is different depending on the age level you work with. Girl Scout juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors will probably be able to give you a lot of suggestions. This could be a little challenging with our younger girls, Girl Scout daisies or brownies, but that is what we are here for, to help them develop the skills associated with goal setting. Girl Scout daisies or brownies might need a little guidance. Ask leading questions like, Are there any trips you would like to take? Are there any activities you would like to do that we are not doing now? It only takes one or two girls to throw out ideas to get the process going. Remember to write them all down. Now the group needs to explore these ideas using things like budgeting, timing of the event or activity, and any other factor that is pertinent to your troop. Empower your Girl Scout juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors to do this work. They will be able to research the cost of different trips and activities. Girl Scout daisies and brownies will need a little more help with this step. For example, if some of the ideas are to go to the movies, going to Walt Disney World, painting your own ceramics, or an overnight at the Franklin Institute, you can ask the Girl Scout daisies and brownies what they think each of the activities costs. They might have an idea. You want the girls to see then how much each activity or experience costs and how that equates to the number of boxes they are going to sell. As you can see, based on the lowest proceeds level of 60 cents a box, there is a range in the amount of boxes needed to do the activities. You also want the group to remember things like timing. Some activities only happen during a certain time frame, like the overnight at the Franklin Institute. Your troop should decide on a goal and a stretch goal, with the stretch goal being more of a stretch. So maybe your troop would set the goal of going to the movies as their goal, and their stretch goal being the overnight at the Franklin Institute. Following the same format as the troop goal setting, individual girls should be setting a goal for the cookie program. This could be the number of boxes they want to sell, or a development goal like practicing public speaking or making change. This should be meaningful to the girl, and girls should develop a plan. If their goal is to practice their public speaking, some action steps might be practicing my cookie pitch with friends and family, selling cookies door to door with my parents, being the person at the cookie booth who talks to the customers, etc., etc. Girls need to have a plan so they know the steps they need to complete to meet their goal. Decision making. Girls decide where and when to sell cookies, how to market their sale, and what to do with their earnings. Why is this important? This matters because girls must make many decisions, big and small, in their lives. Learning this skill helps them make good ones. Along with goal setting, girls get to work on their decision-making skills. Girls should feel they are in a safe environment in their troop to make decisions. The cookie program gives girls the opportunity to practice making decisions as part of a group in regards to where to sell cookies, who is going to sell at cookie booths, what the troop is going to do with their proceeds, etc. Girls also get to work on making decisions as an individual. How are they going to sell cookies to contribute to the troop goal? What personal goals are they going to work on? Decision making also helps many girls find their voice and practice advocacy. Girls can advocate on why it is important to them and their troop to sell cookies. Money management. Girls develop a budget, take cookie orders, and handle customers' money. Why is this important? This matters because girls need to know how to handle money, from their lunch money to their allowance and someday their paycheck. Money management is a big topic this day for the youth we work with. Financial literacy needs to be taught to our youth so they can be responsible adults. In Girl Scouting, we have many financial literacy badges for girls to work on. Here is a list by level of the financial literacy badges girls can work on. Working on these prior to or during the cookie season is a great way to reinforce many of the skills girls are earning during the program. People skills. Girls learn how to talk and listen to their customers, as well as learning how to work as a team with other girls. Why is this important? This matters because it helps them do better working in groups, in school, on teams, and wherever and whenever they are in a group setting. Let's be honest, people skills, we all need them. None of us can function alone all of the time. So learning to work in a group setting, taking time to listen to others, as well as learning how to communicate with others are skills we carry throughout our lives. Ways to practice people skills: troop agreement, role playing, or games like Whisper Down the Lane. Girls are practicing people skills every day. Some ways you can reinforce and help girls practice their people skills are with a troop agreement or troop rules. Does your troop have one? This is kind of like troop rules. What is acceptable and not acceptable during your troop meetings? If you don't already have this, you might want to consider creating this with your girls. Things like one person talks at a time, being respectful of other people's opinions, and keeping our hands and feet to ourselves. To create a troop agreement, like everything else in Girl Scouting, start by asking the girls, what do they think should be on there? Of course, this will be different for all groups. I always try to keep this positive, so instead of don't talk when someone else is talking, rephrase to one person talks at a time. Of course, reviewing the Girl Scout Promise and Law is also a form of troop agreement, since we all agree to these when we become members. Role-playing is a great activity to work on prior to and during the cookie program. Have girls role-play different situations like a booth sale where a customer does not want to buy cookies, a cookie booth where a customer asks what is your troop goal, a customer who asks questions like why are you selling cookies. It has been proven that if a girl can articulate her goals to a customer, they're able to sell more cookies. As we know, you can buy cookies 365 days a year. People buy Girl Scout cookies to invest in our girls, their dreams, their activities, and their futures. Another way to practice people skills is games like Whisper Down the Lane. This is a great way for girls to learn messaging and how to communicate with others. This classic game where girls stand in a line and try to pass a message from one girl to another illustrates how hard it is to pass a consistent message through a lot of people. Have girls think of ways to get the message from the first to the last girl without changing it much. Do they need to add hand gestures so it's easier to remember? How about repeating it multiple times? I am sure the girls will be able to figure this out. Business ethics. Girls act honestly and responsibly during every step of the cookie sale. Why is this important? This matters because employers want to hire ethical employees, and the world needs ethical leaders in every field. To be honest and fair, we say this when we repeat the Girl Scout law, but do girls really know what this means? Business ethics help teach our girls that they are responsible and honest during the sale. From not taking orders early to making sure customers get the right change. Customers get their orders in a timely fashion, and they turn in all their money to the troop by the deadline set. Girls might not be thinking of their futures right now, but we know as adults that being ethical in their sales are teaching girls a valuable life lesson that will benefit them in the future. Business ethics is not something you can always see, but you can demonstrate this to the girls and explain what it means to have good business ethics. Remember, you, leaders, parents, and volunteers, are a role model to your Girl Scout. Girls should know that they are not to sell cookies before the start date. This makes the sale fair to everyone. Also, selling in their local area, leaders and other adults can help define these boundaries as needed. Of course, family members are the exception, and girls should feel comfortable reaching out to their family for cookie orders or sales. Girls need to know the dates when money and orders are due, treating customers with respect even if they do not buy cookies. Not everyone is going to say yes. Helping girls know how to react to the no in a positive way is a great thing to practice. Being honest about our products. Girls need to know the products so they can talk about them and answer questions from their customers. They also need to know that price adjustment is never okay. The price is what it is, $4 a box. Besides the 5 skills of the cookie sale that we talked about, goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics, girls also gain other benefits. Girls learn the importance of earning money to support themselves as well as their interests. Think about it. How satisfying is it for a girl to think, I raised enough money to pay for my trip to the movies, Franklin Institute, or even Walt Disney World? Girls gain skills to be able to run their own business. Our alumni are strong in their voices when they talk about how the Girl Scout Cookie Program helped them become the businesswomen they are today. It all has to start somewhere. Girls are able to influence others. Remember, cookies are around all of the time. Your Girl Scout is able to encourage people to buy cookies from her. Why? To support her trip, her troop, her goals. There is a reason. There are some videos you can watch with your Girl Scouts on the cookie program. The Girl Scout Cookie Program, What Grown-Ups Need to Know, as well as the Brownie Elf and Friends Managing Money video. Both of these can be found on the GSUSA website at www.girlscouts.org. Thank you for viewing this webinar. If you have any program questions, feel free to reach out to me at kreed@gscsnj.org. If you have any questions in regards to the cookie sale or any concerns, please reach out to our product program department with Angela Joyner or Ginger Haithcox. Thank you again and best wishes with your cookie sale.